All right, Wayne Bettis here, the founder of the Off the Tools podcast. I just want to introduce you to our brand new sponsor, directplumbing.supplies.com. It is founded by a former tradesman who has set up his own plumbing and heating merchants. He has an online shop, which is obviously at directplumbing.supplies.com, and he delivers across the UK. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the show.
You are now listening to Off the Tools with the one and only Wayne Bettis.
If you're passionate and driven and focused in what you do, people will take notice. You can achieve anything you want to achieve in life.
The excuses are not valid.
Welcome to another episode of the Off the Tools podcast. Miraculously, the gentleman I'm introducing today, I've been working with for nearly 2 years, and somehow he's never made the cut to make it onto the show. But that changes today. I want to introduce you the founder of the Trades Growth Summit, founder of Lead Hero, and marketing guru, Francis Rodino. Welcome to the Off the Tools.
Wayne, thank you for inviting me. Finally, I get to be on your podcast. I guess, I've always wanted to be on your podcast. I love your podcast. I'm a fan. That's how we met. I reached out to you. I thought you were just doing really great things in the community. And then one thing led to another, and we never really found the time, right? Just so busy doing other things. It's great to start the new year and great to be here. Thank you.
No, thank you, Francis, because I've said this many times before, that when you and Carolina, who is Francis's wife, connected with me, my life has never been the same since then. So, I'm forever grateful for that. And it's about time, man. 2 years, you've earned your stripes. I think you deserve a slot on the show. Obviously, for those that are regular listeners, you'll know Francis's voice because we've done series where he's co-hosted with me, the Wayne's World series that we've done, and obviously everything else that we do on social media. But today, Francis is a guest of the show, so there's going to be a bit more of a format to the discussion. So let's kick this off, Francis. You're a problem solver. It's what you do and what you're brilliant at. What are the problems this industry is facing right now?
Wow, that's a loaded question, Wayne. Where to start? Let me just backtrack a little bit because I learned something new recently. Because I've been doing a bit of soul searching into what it is we actually do for businesses and why it's important. And, my mission, I've discovered, is actually to help business owners and real people to feel recognized and appreciated. It's pure and simple. And I learned that because I was, on a session with one of my mentors, and he said, Francis, think about your the first time you remember as a child, something that had real significance that you absolutely loved and you just needed to do more and more of. And I could think back in the day when I was about 7 or 8 years old, and I used to play the cello. And it was this feeling of, it wasn't that I just wanted to play an instrument, really, but it was more that I wanted to play for people. And I really got a kick out of that feeling of appreciation, being on stage for people. And from then on, I was always throughout my whole life quite, at the forefront for that can be good or bad. Maybe the class clown seeking attention. I was in a band for 20 years in London. But also in my career, I was always seeking validation. and recognition and appreciation. I'm not going to say that's good or bad. Probably it's not always a good thing to always be seeking something for yourself. But then I wanted to, the goal was really to translate who you are and what's important to you into your mission in life and business. And I've come to realize actually that my mission is to help other people and myself to get the recognition and appreciation they deserve. And marketing is an amazing way to do that. And there's not just one way to do it, but many ways to do it. And, this is essentially the problem in the market, is that a lot of the times the businesses we work with, whether it's coaches or consultant or local business owners, was we have a few different client types. We work with a lot of trades businesses, but even working with yourself and Etan Basil, businesses have a desire to be known and be known for something and to be recognized as special, right? And I believe that even local businesses deserve to be recognized and special. And to do that, you need marketing that can actually cut through the noise. You need a different type of marketing. I like to call it a more thoughtful type of marketing, because otherwise you just blend into the noise of content and paid advertising and people yelling at you on social media, on TV, on the radio, everywhere you look, we are just saturated. And so that's what we aim to do: thoughtful marketing, and help our clients to become more visible, but through becoming more visible, to increase sales predictably.
Yeah, that word there, predictably, that's like the holy grail, isn't it? I don't know about you, but from the lads that I work with, that getting that consistency into the workflow is a major pain point. So is that an area that you're focused on?
Absolutely. I mean, it's not just one thing. Predictable selling systems is what everyone wants. Every business, whether you're a local business, a trades business, or you're a enterprise business, your marketing should be predictable, because unpredictable means that you don't really know what your ROI is. You're throwing it's like throwing mud at the wall to see what sticks. There is an element of testing, but where every business wants to get to is something that we call sales certainty. Right? Sales certainty. With sales certainty, you can plan for the future. You can have the confidence to make the decisions in your business that will help you grow, hire your team, make investments into your equipment, your vans, offline marketing. That sales certainty is the holy grail. And that's where we aim to help our clients get to. And we do that through a variety of methods. Our software solution that we install into businesses to help them measure their ROI on their marketing, and to communicate more effectively, and to put in place automated workflows. By that, I mean systems that can actually do a lot of the heavy lifting, like following up and converting leads into jobs and things like that. We put that into place, but that's really one part of the puzzle for achieving sales certainty. The other part is driving traffic. You need to get eyeballs. You need to get people to your service. There are people out there that want what you do, and we are living in an ultra competitive marketplace where I would say that it's getting more difficult, but at the same time, there's also opportunities, because let's face it, not a lot of businesses are doing marketing well. So there is an opportunity for businesses to stand up, to stand for something and to stand out, whether it's what they say, it's how they appear, it's the perception that they want to create in the marketplace. It's through their customer service and their speed and efficiency of service. And, there's a multi-pronged system, almost like a checklist that a business can check off. We call that the trade's marketing system. And I won't go into it in detail now, but essentially it's sort of 7-point plan that goes from the authority of your website to the content you produce, to your ability to get found online, through to your reputation, your lead management and automation software systems, your paid advertising, and so to speak. And it really isn't one thing that you do. And Lead Hero, we help with some of that. But, to grow your business, really, marketing is one important part of an ecosystem of activities.
Yeah, I agree. And I can't remember where I learned the phrase, but it's not one thing that you do, it's everything that you do.
Yeah, and to add to that, I think it's everything that you do over a sustained period of time.
Yeah.
Right? Because results are not guaranteed. There's no guarantees in life. So many businesses, they're looking for a guarantee or some type of promise that they're going to be successful now. But actually, the world doesn't work that way. And, I read an amazing book called The Slight Edge. I have it somewhere. Actually, here it is. If you're watching on video, The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. One of my mentors gave this to me. And this is a real game-changing book, because what it does, it really hammers home the philosophy that massive change in your life, in your business, and it's the same, is made over a long term through very, very small incremental micro changes every day. And if you can be at peace with that philosophy, you can release yourself from the stress and the anxiety of having to have everything now, which is not realistic. It's not realistic. Your success can come, but it'll come through the little things that you put in place consistently. And it's the same with your marketing and marketing automation and your mindset when you're looking to grow your business. You're in it for the long haul. Marketing is an investment. Some things will work, some things won't work. And the smart businesses, they understand that there's a process and a journey to growth that is not guaranteed.
No, I absolutely love that. I'm going to check that book out, because one of the first things that I help my clients with is something that as the freebies, and the fundamental, basis of that is small incremental gains. Yeah, that's the whole philosophy. Make small gains every day. They add up on each other, and before you know it, a month, 2 months, 3 months passed, and you've elevated yourself beyond recognition. And in modern culture, I suppose it's a curse and a blessing at the same time. But we want instant. Everything needs to be now, and it doesn't happen. I use an analogy of cricket, and when I'm teaching the freebies, and the quick version is when you're standing at the crease with the bat, you can stand there and swing for a 6 every time that ball comes down, and you might get lucky. Yeah, you'll know people that have had very quick success, but for the vast majority, it ends up in failure or missing the ball. What the philosophy I teach is stay at the crease. That's fundamentally the first part, is be in the game and just hit them singles, hit that ball, make one run at a time, and before you know it, you'll get to the century, you get the win, and the success follows. So I'm going to check that book out, because it sounds like that's based around the ideology there.
Yeah, and I think it is a bit of a secret weapon in a sense, and it's not it's not necessarily an easy concept to actually embrace, but I think that when one surrenders to it, you then have more power because the successful people can use this as a tool because they know that the huge rewards are not instant and they can play that game, and so they can be more strategic in their planning, right? Because they know that the success is coming in the future, and so they can start to put the pieces in place on the board in the way they want, and just have the power to be calm and collected and make long-term decisions rather than gut knee-jerk reactions and short-term decisions that maybe just it's like losing weight. Yeah, anyone can lose a stone in a month if they want, or more, really. But I challenge you to keep it off. Those of you who have tried that, I'm sure a lot of us have. You've lost a lot of weight in a short time. You feel proud. You fit into your new jeans. And then what happens 6 months later?
Yep, you're back to square one, if not
Yeah.
if not further behind. Yeah, the most I don't, before you knew me, Francis, there was a time where I was very big. I weighed over 113 kilograms, I think it was.
I saw some pictures.
That was back in 2016, I believe it was. And when I set about changing that, before that, I had tried numerous attempts of like fast track diets and gone crazy, and it just yo-yoed up and down. When I made the decision back then, no, I've got to do something different here. It was centered around that philosophy of small incremental gains. And rather than try and do it in a month, I accepted that it might take a year. It might take 18 months to get to the end point. In the end, it actually took 12 months, pretty much, give or take a few weeks. But by the end of that year, I'd hit and gone through my target. And I've bounced around, but I've managed to maintain myself within where I feel comfortable. I'm at the heavier side right now. It's January, just been Christmas, I'm human as much as anyone else. But I know I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to do some crash diet next month to drop a stone. I'm just going to fall back to my fundamentals, small little wins every day and get there. And for me, it's literally changed my life once I embraced that. Because when maybe it's an age thing, I don't know, but in my 20s especially, I just wanted the win. I'd throw everything and try and get it. And I see it so often in this industry, in our industry, in trades. These businesses come on the scene and they're going hell for leather, and then a year later they've disappeared and they're not to be seen because the growth isn't real, is it? I see it all the time.
Yeah. Well, you were saying, is it age or not? I don't know. I would imagine that it's more experience because you do the same thing, and then at a certain point you realize, hold on, you need to change strategy. Like as Tony Robbins is a big advocate of having a strategy to accomplish something, and I guess a lot of people, the reason why they fail is that actually they're using the wrong strategy. And this is the same when it comes back to bring the conversation back to marketing, online marketing. One of the reasons that businesses fail is they're using the wrong strategy, when they're using the wrong Google ad strategy, or the wrong lead management strategy, or the wrong sales strategy. And they can change strategy just like you change strategy to get to a better weight. The definition of madness is doing the same thing again and expecting a different result. Thank you, Mr. Einstein. But it's true. And then you get to the point where you've tried and failed enough times. You go, oh, hold on a second. This activity is not producing the result I want. So I'm having so much pain. I'm in so much pain going round in circles that something's got to change, right? And that's usually when people reach out to coaches like yourself.
Exactly. Yep.
Right? Or they try new marketing, or they just try something different in their business because they go, all right, well, in our case, it's like, okay, most of the businesses that come and do advertising with us have tried cheap marketing many times. They're like, yes, I've tried the guy, my mate Dave down the pub, who said he could run my Google ads for free, and that actually Google ads is a piece of piss. I've tried that. I've tried doing it myself. I've tried paying a guy on Fiverr. I've tried, and then nothing's working. Then they come to us, and yes, we're a premium agency. We charge, not as much as you possibly could pay, but we have a premium solution for Google advertising, especially around the boiler sales, right? Which it's not just we run your Google ads, but we build out the sales funnel. We build out the technology. We have proven ads data of the market. So we're not just testing. We put in lead management and software and automation. And we have really high-end sales coaching and training, okay, video-based and also one-to-one from one of the UK's top sales professionals that delivers results, okay? And there's a certain investment, but we know, for example, that that's what it takes. Like leads is not enough. You have to close those leads. If we just get you leads that you don't close, you won't be growing your business in the long term. So, we're not for everyone. But
Leads are like wood. You put it in a pile and nothing happens. Yeah, you need a spark. It needs to be a light and on fire for that to become worth anything, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And you different businesses will create that worth, right? We'll have to learn how to create that worth. But yeah, it's an interesting one.
So obviously you focus a lot of your attention. You're a digital marketing agency, I suppose is how you would is that how you would define what you do?
Yeah, well, we're a new kind of agency because we're a bit of a hybrid. So we have a software solution, one of the top local business marketing automation suites on the market, which we've customized and we install in trades businesses primarily. So we have a support center, ticketing system, so you can get help from 9 to 5 UK hours. You have consultants that are there to help you leverage the platform, get more from it, help you when things are not working. And we have a whole video tutorial guide that will help you put in place all sorts of campaigns, email marketing, SMS marketing, to basically get more out of your marketing and sales. And so some businesses choose to just install our software and we support it. Or for some businesses that actually want to get more leads in or drive traffic, we can also run campaigns for you. So it's, there's sort of two services around what we do at different price points. So price points for everybody.
Right. Where do you stand? I had this discussion recently with a client of mine, and that's why I'm going to ask you the question. How do you stand with offline marketing? Do you think it's dead or dying, or do you get involved in it? Like, yeah, what's just a general question there?
Well, we sponsored B. Wilson Plumbing and Heating. We sponsored his motorbike racing. So if you ever see Bradley Wilson racing on the racetrack, he should be all purple in a lead hero outfit. Well, we're not actually experts in the online marketing world. We are true. I come from a place where, the goal is to get your brand visible. Online marketing is probably one of the most cost-effective routes in different ways, but it's not a replacement for people, networking, print, especially. So, but we don't actually deliver the offline marketing component.
Yeah. But it's still a key part of a business strategy, though, would you not say? Because I feel that a lot of people feel that online is the only way, and I think sometimes it can skew people's decisions in what they're trying to build.
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends where you are in your business growth trajectory.
Yeah.
If you're just starting out and you need business, the first thing I would do is print a load of business cards and flyers and go around 1 mile
Yeah.
radius and tell everybody, your local community, that you're around. Digital has great scale potentially and great volume, right? And there's a cost to it, and then because there's a cost per lead and a cost per acquisition, and so when you get into the digital spaces, to actually scale your business, there is an investment, and so you have to be a business of a certain size who not only is ready to invest in that lead flow, but can service those leads. There's a lot of people, when you're investing into Google ads, and these days you need to be spending, 40, 50 pound a day on Google, because if you don't, you're not going to compete. And depending on your local area, you're gonna have a substantial lead flow to deal with. All of those people need calling. All of those people need quoting. Someone has to go and service them. So you need to be ready as a business with the people and the systems in place. Otherwise, you'll be spending on marketing. You'll get loads of leads. You won't close enough, and the numbers won't really add up.
On that point, that is such a true statement, because we've just started 2022's training with my coaching clients, right? And every single one of them on the one-to-ones has been, I want to increase leads. I want to increase leads. That's been in their mind, their first thing they want to attack, right? And I sit there as a coach and as a mentor, and I'm like, okay, so have you got this in place? Have you got automations in place? Have you got follow-ups processes in place? Have you got speed to getting the quote out in place? And they're like, no, I just want more leads. I'm like, no, you don't. Right now, you don't want more leads because you're not in a position to manage them. And obviously your software, Lead Hero, is a fundamental tool in managing leads as well, isn't it?
It's an amazing lead management software. Depending what size your business is, there's different tools out there, and they all serve a good purpose. Like, I know a lot of trades businesses, they are using ServiceMate, which is good for job management. I think Lead Heroes is different because it's not a job management software. Although it can manage jobs if you wanted it to, it really is built for communication, marketing, and sales first and foremost. And the thing is that you don't have to be solely a plumbing and heating businesses to leverage Lead Hero. It works for a variety of industries. But where it really is different is its ability to communicate, on voice, SMS, Facebook, Instagram, voicemail drops. You can really communicate across all these different channels, but you can manage everything in one place. And so you don't have to give your team or engineers their mobile phones or use different phone numbers or SIM cards. Everything is there. And so you, as a business owner, if you need to take time off, if someone needs to come in to your conversations and pick up where you left off, they can do that. And it's very much geared for reviews and reputation. And the businesses that really get the most out of Lead Hero are businesses that are investing into online marketing and they have leads coming in every day. If you don't have leads coming into if you don't have lead flow, you don't need a system yet.
Yeah.
So you can either, if you have lead flow, great, we'll help you manage it, put in place automation and workflows and integrate your job management solutions. And if you need lead flow, then we can look at actually increasing that through different advertising channels.
Yeah. And I physically use the software. And for me, it was a conversation I had yesterday. It's in my eyes, there's three systems that you need. You need a lead management marketing tool, you need a job management, and you need finance management. So obviously job management is like ServiceMate, finance is Zero. And obviously in this example, I'm on about Lead Hero from a marketing and lead management tool. But for me, I couldn't ever imagine running a business without it now. It literally is like the fund. It's like having a shop, you'd have to have a shop. And for me, them free softwares are a fundamental part of what my infrastructure is. And like you say, a lot of people might be sitting there thinking, well, I don't need it yet. But I always say build with the end in mind. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to put in place your systems because the systems are there. I guess the one thing about Lead Hero that I do want to point out is that it will actually save you quite a bit of money every month, because I know that certain schools or coaches are teaching people how to use Active Campaign. So there's a software called Active Campaign, which allows you to do some automated workflows. The thing is, Active Campaign is quite complicated. You'll usually need to pay someone to set it all up for you. And then you're going to need your website and your landing page, and then you're going to need your booking, and then you're going to need your ServiceMate or your Commusoft or your SimPro integrated. Anyway, at the end, voicemail, SMS software. So at the end of the day, there's so many different pieces of software that a business would need to use with license fees, even though small license fee, 15 quid there, 20 quid there. And then a lot of them come with strings attached, okay, and catches, right? HubSpot is a good one. HubSpot are doing ads that say free forever. That's absolute bullshit. It's not free. It's not free. They get you onto a free tier that does absolutely nothing, just like Pipeline Pro. They have like a $37
one-time purchase
for life, one time. I've bought it to test it out. You get it nothing. You get an unusable funnel builder that you can't even attach a domain to. So there's all sorts of techniques out there to get you and waste your time and your money and make you believe that these things are cheap, right? They're not. HubSpot will cost you £600 a month, and that's the bare minimum. If you want 1,000 contacts, which any growing business will have very, very quickly, plus if you want any type of automation or integration. So that's HubSpot. If you don't want that, you can get a lower tier of HubSpot, but what's the point? You want automations. You want integration. That's the whole point of the software. So with Lead Hero, our model is to install it into your business. It's completely unlimited contacts, unlimited team members, unlimited features for a fixed monthly price that is controlled, that knocks out all of the other software licenses that you would need, right? So you have the foundation for robust marketing. You can use it as lead management and to talk to your customers and to get more reviews and to sell more service plans and to manage your pipeline and to put your sales team on it, importantly. And then how high you jump is up to you, because this software is very flexible. And no matter where your lead sources are coming from, whether it's Check a Trade, Trust a Trader, Which, Boiler Guide, We're integrating leads from Trade Initiative, LeadPal, Boiler Sales Accelerator. We are a platform that we work with any lead source to get those leads coming in, so you can really have a bird's eye view of all of your lead sources, what is working, what's not working, what channels they are coming from, which are the best activities for marketing that you could put your money into, so you can finally have better clarity and confidence when it comes to building a secure and profitable business.
Which is what we all want, isn't it? You know, we all want that security and profit at the end of all of that hard work, don't we? We started this conversation off on like the biggest problems that the industry's faced, and we've snowballed all the way through to CRM systems and sales systems and everything like that. You know, for those that are going to be watching or listening to this, right, we get bombarded for people trying to sell us stuff. You know, like you mentioned some of these systems that we can get, and what should people be looking for to identify when someone like for me, you know, you're genuine, you're honest, you have integrity around what you do. Unfortunately, a lot of us business owners have been scarred from previous relationships with software systems. Mm-hmm. So have you got any tips or tricks that people can use to make sure that we're working with the right people?
Well, certainly there's things to look out for, but I mean, I will just say from a philosophical standpoint, you know, I'm not a trades professional, but right now we work with over 35 businesses across the UK. Lead Hero is a UK business, LTD. So we work exclusively with UK businesses. And, you know, we've learned a lot about the industry. And I think the difference between generalist marketing agencies and, you know, and what we do is that we came into the industry and our way to market, you know, hand on heart. Obviously, we do want to sell. We want to help people. We earn money by helping other businesses earn money. So that's no secret. You're not going to be in business very long if you're actually not helping other people. But I think there was an element of just really we wanted to give as much as possible. So whereas a lot of agencies keep their secrets very close to their chest, at Lead Hero, you can go onto our website at leadhero.ai, go click on the blog, and you're going to see pretty much exactly how we do what we do. You'll see our software. You'll see interviews with coaches, Wayne, Allison Warner, Craig Wilkinson. We put on the Trades Growth Summit together. The whole idea, we didn't have to do the Trades Growth Summit. Believe me, it wasn't essential, but you know, we want to make a dent in this industry and in the lives of the business owners. And I think that while marketing changes very quickly, we care first and foremost about the concerns of these business owners. You deserve to have a partner that you can trust. And I think, as you said, trust has to be earned. I remember the first time you said to me, Francis, you earned your stripes. I actually remember that. And it actually meant a lot to me because we worked tirelessly to give and give and do and make in a way that others didn't.
Yeah. On that, you know, I have a responsibility as a community leader. You know, I run a community of people. You know, I was quite harsh with you guys at first. You know, because I didn't want to be responsible for bringing in a shark. Basically, I didn't want to let the shark in the pond. You know, and you
Especially
quickly,
one with an American accent.
you know, I dig you on that all the time. But you proved to me, and obviously to everybody else since, like, and all the companies you work with, that there are some genuine people in this industry. Do you? You know, right or wrong? Okay, I'm going to be brutally honest here. I use other people as like my inspiration. So I'm not going to mention names, but there's a few people out there right now that are coaching, right? And I fucking hate them. I hate their methods. I know half of it's bullshit. And my mission is I just want to get their customers onto me, because I know I'm leading with truth and value. Do you have that same sort of, like, you see these other people in the same space as you and you know that they're not doing things the way it should be done?
Yes, that does happen. I'll give you an example of that. And this is, I would like to share a tangible example of this, and then I'll add like what my philosophy is around that. So, for example, as a software provider, we have many companies that don't do marketing with us, and that's their prerogative. We want to support you. That makes us great. I think that's great because, in a sense, we're independent. So we want you to use our software solution as long as possible, right? We earn money monthly. And we also know that you're only going to stay with us as a customer as long as you're getting results. Okay, if you're happy getting results and value from our software service, you will stay. Now, if you're getting results and you're doing other marketing with other people, that's fine as well. And we'll also support that, meaning we'll still help you leverage technology. We'll still advise on how to improve your conversion rates, right? Even if you're working with a competitor, right? Because you're our client as well. Just because you're doing marketing with someone else doesn't mean that there's a conflict there. So we have this unique position, and that's why we can work with companies that are doing marketing elsewhere. However, we've had quite a few instances where our clients are doing marketing that sucks, right? And we've heard it. They come to us going, Francis, what's wrong? What am I doing wrong? What can I do with my workflows to help convert more leads into jobs? And then you dive deep and you open up their Google Ads account, things like that, and you see that their landing page isn't set up right, or they have a different call to action from the ad to the landing page, or their survey form isn't optimized to convert, or it's a confusing experience, or there's a problem in the process or the problem in the setup. And then I'll say, well, who's running your advertising for you? Oh, such and such company X. What do you do there? Right? So we can say, well, we can give advice, but we do see a lot of inexperienced marketing, especially with generalist marketings that maybe they're okay at marketing or online. I'm talking about online digital marketing. They're okay at it, but they don't have experience of the industry. And this, we find, is the real differentiator, because the buyer psychology, when it comes to boilers, is not the same as the buyer psychology of, say, emergency plumbing, or a locksmith, or a satellite, or a SaaS, or e-commerce, right? This is the thing, is because it's fairly straightforward to just run Google Ads. Anyone can run Google Ads, but getting ROI off it, and importantly, getting those cost per leads down. I can say, and this is true, I challenge everybody. I challenge other marketing companies out there with this. We, Brett Matthews and myself on the Boiler Sales Accelerator, we've got arguably the lowest cost per lead in the UK right now. And I've not seen lower. And we're getting around £19 a lead in certain areas. Not 100%, but in key areas of the UK. Now, there's a way you get it down there, and it doesn't happen overnight. And there's so many moving parts: buyer psychology, the landing page, the ads, the optimization, the keywords, the offer, right? The offer. And there's a lot of things that contribute to getting your marketing right. Whereas other businesses, they just do one thing or the other thing, or they don't actually have the time to really focus and dial it in. So that's in response to your question. I think that if I were really concerned with getting all of that business to work with us, I would lose the ball a little bit off what's really important. And that is, we're the best at marketing automation, right? We have the software, we have the expertise, and we have it at the right price point, and we have great advertising. And we're not for everyone, and we're actually happy that way. And what is really cool is that when a business is tired of wasting their money on marketing that doesn't work, they come to us. And we've had a few instances of that. It's like, I've tried this, that didn't work. I've tried that, that didn't work. Francis, I'm ready. Because we've built the trust, right? And what they do is they trust us. They trust that we have their best intentions at heart. And we are not in for a quick buck, because our reputation is everything. We want people to champion us. We want them to say they've had a good experience working with us. And I will say that we're not successful 100% of the time, all the time, but marketing is a journey, and we are the people to help you get there using the slight edge over time. We are your growth partners, not a short-term fix to a business problem.
Love that. Yeah, and I would definitely agree with that statement. We're coming towards the end of the podcast. Is there any sort of closing message, any bit of inspiration, guidance, advice, whatever you want to frame it as, that you'd give to the people watching or listening right now?
Well, we know the industry really well, and we've been doing our homework. And I can say that, having spoken to the top leaders in trades in the UK, that 2022 is going to be a challenging year. Okay. You have a post-pandemic fallout. You have the increase in prices and goods that are being imported from China. You have rising inflation in the US. It's stratospheric, and that's affecting the overall economy and overall mood. And hiring and keeping good engineers and staff is harder than it's ever been. We're hearing that engineers are being poached by competitors all the time. So the climate is tough. And the number one challenge these days is remaining profitable, is keeping that profit up. So we understand the climate of your business. We understand what you're going through, what your challenges are. And we understand that the landscape of online marketing is always changing very, very fast. And so we have the know-how and the industry expertise to help you navigate those challenges and enter into this new world and future-proof your business in a way that it's secure and profitable for the long term. And if you want to have a conversation, be happy to have a chat. No obligation. There might be an opportunity to work together. Maybe there isn't, and that's okay too. But if you want to just have a chat with us and see a little bit more about the marketing automation we're talking about, the Boiler Sales Accelerator program, or if you're not in heat, if you're not a heating company, if you want to explore other advertising methods for your products and services, just jump on a call at leadhero.ai. You'll see a button to schedule a call, and we can have a chat and see if we can help you.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Francis. It's been a pleasure to have you on as a guest.
Thanks, Wayne.
I want to thank you for the education, the support that you give to not just me, but to the community as at whole. You know, you're a very active member of the online communities across social media. So thank you for everything you're doing on that front. And I look forward to hopefully, you know, we're gonna maybe talk about bringing back Wayne's World Wednesday, aren't we? We're on the cusp of bringing something back, and we've got lots of stuff in the pipeline working together and separately, you know, because we work together on some things. Obviously, we both run independent businesses as well. Collaboration is key, as always, isn't it? So I look forward to collaborating more in the future. And yeah, I think I'll end that about there. So have a good day, everybody.
Thanks, Wayne. Keep up the great work. Thanks for the opportunity to come and chat on your show.
Thank you.
I really hope you enjoyed the show. I just wanted to put it out there for anyone listening that I offer business coaching, but also life coaching. My life is centered around something called the 3 Bs, which stands for body, business, and balance. When you work with me as a coach, we tackle all 3 aspects of life. So you as an individual, body, mindset, health, fitness, knowledge, education. Business B obviously stands for your business, improving, maximizing opportunities, elevating, making more money. And balance stands for your friends, family, loved ones, you know, making time for everything in your life. And the 3 Bs is the core element to that. If you'd like to learn more, I would ask you to reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you might be consuming my information. Or you can email me directly at wayne@offthetools.co.uk. I'm here waiting to assist you to elevate across all aspects of life. Have a good one. No excuses. Let's go.